stars, welcome or welcome back. My name is Aster. If you are new here, I'm an avid reader and I'm a writer. Mostly fantasy and romance is where I like to stay. It's like 8:30 right now. Today we're doing something I haven't done in a while and I don't even know why it's taking me this long to do it, but we are updating the storyboard. So this is from my cozy fantasy that I finished probably a year ago and then just went through different drafts. I updated this as I was going through different drafts, but I'm writing a different novel now. I don't know where the notebook is, so that's concerning because that's the entire first draft. But we are updating this to have my pirate fantasy novel on here. I don't know why it's taking me so long, to be honest. I usually get this done really quickly, but I don't know, I guess it's just been hectic lately. Usually my videos are like writing vlogs. Sometimes I read to you guys, sometimes I like do a little vlog of me trying to figure out how to work getting a new job because I don't like the job I'm in currently. Anything but writing vlogs is kind of not very common for me. So I'm actually really excited for this. I don't know why I've put it off for so long. How many times am I gonna say that today? My goodness. I have my coffee, very sweet today. And I need to find the notebooks that have all the information on this. I have my normal notebook that I write everything in that has the basic like summary of the story, that has the chapter plot points in, and then it has the complete starting of the draft one. And then I have another notebook somewhere, I also don't know where that one is, that's wonderful, that has all the information, like the planning for it, like the characters, the like in-depth plot points, plot twists, climax, all of that. And that kind of all needs to go on here, so I'm gonna go on a little scavenger hunt and try and find that because I did not come prepared. So. And now I can't find the cue cards. I swear I just had them like yesterday. I just saw them. I got them. This is from when I was doing Project New World on this, except I spelled project wrong. I spelled it with a G for some reason. No idea. And I don't know why I kept it. We are on the floor now, so you guys can see this board. I know you can't see it right now. I'll adjust. But the lighting's not going to be very good because, like I said, the sun is not up. But we're starting with completely blank notebook cards. Nope. Cue cards. I forgot what these were called. I did get the journal that I'm doing draft 1 in. Cute, isn't it? I got it from the farmer's market. It is handmade. It's not actually old, so if I scratch or flip through these pages, don't be offended, please. It is handmade though, farmer's market, locally sourced, so unfortunately you can't buy them online that I know of. And then I have my everything journal. I'm actually going to take my D&D pages out of it because that's what I'm currently using it for. Everything journal, like the name suggests, I write everything and anything down in here. Story ideas, story planning, D&D, it all goes in this. Usually I have notebooks for one separate thing. Like for each story I have a specific notebook just for that. If I'm trying to learn something, I have a notebook just for that. If I'm trying to keep up with progress on something, I have a notebook specifically for that. But there are some things that just don't fit in one journal, so I get everything notebooks every once in a while, and it usually lasts me for a couple years. The only reason I finished my last everything notebook was because I used it for notes in college, because they didn't give you a specific notebook you needed like they would in high school. I did look through it and I do have something about the sea planning in here and the important bits that I'm going to need. That's these pages here that I'm going to need to put on the cue cards. Figuring out how to do this is going to be the hardest thing I do, to be honest. Can you see that well enough? I'm going to say you can see it well enough. I really have to back up if I want you to see me, but I'm just going to let this stay up here like this because it's backwards. I'm not going to flip it, so you know, you guys aren't going to be able to see it. So I have it's Brooke from One Piece. I've kept them up there. I am going to keep everything that I got on here just separate somewhere else. I'm a hoarder, so that's what I do. I like seeing the work in progress when I go back and look at things. So having all of this, it's kind of nice. I mean, that's the whole point, is so you can see it while you're writing it. But I like seeing it after. I like the memories of it. This novel, by the way, the one that's up here, is a novel I finished a while ago. It is a cozy fantasy novel. It is meant to be a trilogy, which is why I'm not too stressed about having it be my debut novel. I did query it a little bit, but I didn't hear anything back. So it's rare to have trilogies as a debut author. It's rare to have trilogies be your debut. So I do think I will want to publish this eventually, once I'm out there already and it's not my debut. Because I do think there are some people out there that would love this novel. It's about this girl from Earth who meets this boy who's not from Earth, and he likes her. He's like, I want you to come see my world. So he kind of kidnaps her and brings him to his world, and she loves it. Like, it's everything she could have imagined. It's magic, it's adventure. There are some, like, demons that they meet along the way, but monsters that they meet along the way. And oh, interesting. I'll also take Mimikyu down. I drew that, isn't it cute? Mimikyu's my favorite Pokemon. I didn't have yellow. It's everything she ever wanted. So she stays on that planet and she goes on these adventures with him, and they meet some friends, they meet some not so friendly people, and some monsters, of course. But then things start happening that makes it feel like everything wasn't as coincidental as they had thought it was. And it turns into this whole big mystery of what the heck is going on. And I said interesting just now. This is the word vomit for Project New World, or Sidereal. I have announced the name. This basically, one of the very first stages of me plotting a book is I just write everything down that I could possibly think of. Usually it's in a notebook. This time I was at work, so it was on Google Docs. This one is not for Project New World. This is for Project Princess. It's technically the first novel I ever finished, but it being the first novel I ever finished, the first draft is a complete disaster. Like, this is the word vomit after draft 1. I'm like, okay, that was too much there. I don't know what's going on in that. So this is double-sided of just everything that I want to actually happen and how I want it to happen, and then I highlighted the important stuff, which obviously there's a lot of it. But I'll keep that to the side. This should be by itself because this is for another novel. I do plan to finish that novel eventually. I just don't really know when. So I am going to wrap this up in this bigger sheet. Oh my goodness, I shed so much. I have so much hair everywhere. Since it is the morning and I haven't finished my coffee yet, I have a lot of energy, if you haven't been able to tell. So I might be talkative. I might be rambling with absolutely no proper purpose. Like, there might not be a reason to any of the words I'm saying. That's fine, right? I'm in shorts now. That was much better. That was needed. I know you can't see the lower half of me, but I still was not going to sit cross-legged in a skirt. So now we can start. I just need to find everything. Well, actually, oh my goodness. Okay, the coffee is hitting hard. This is the first coffee of the week and it's a Wednesday, so I have a lot of energy and I have barely had any. That's fine, don't you dare spill on me. The main color for this novel, I don't know if you guys associate things with colors. I do. Each novel has like its own color to me because each character has their own color. A signature color, if you will. And this novel's signature color is purple because my main character, Evelyn, has purple eyes. Because I like different eye colors. Don't question it, it's fantasy. So, I don't like that. My goodness, let me make sure this pen is working. I don't like this pen. I did mention in my last video what pens I use. There's a reason why I use those certain pens. There's some pens I just don't like. I'm picky. I only write by pen. I don't write by pencil because I don't like having the ability to go back and erase it. And when I write on the computer, it's when things are final, so. Does this have to look nice? It should look nice if it's on here. Okay, give me a second. I need to be specific about this. I have bad handwriting, okay? It took me about 5 seconds to give up on writing it nice, so something about the C. And then I put my name on it, because why not? I am gonna highlight it, because I brought my highlighter out, so I gotta use it. Is it gonna be stupid if I just do a single line through it? How stupid does that look? Look pretty stupid? We're going with it. It's not meant to be perfect. It's a storyboard. I'm supposed to be the only one seeing this. Of course, all of you are seeing this now, but who cares? Well, I care, obviously. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna do a bit of world building. World building? Yes. So, okay. Let me speak properly and not ramble like I have been. Let me tell you a bit about this story. So, my pirate fantasy novel, it's about this girl, Evelyn. She's the captain of her crew, and she has this relic that gives her the ability to raise the dead. So she is a pirate necromancer. It just seemed to fit, you know? Pirate skull and bones, the dead. So, in this story, there are 6 relics, and each of them are connected to a person's specific bloodline. If you're not of that bloodline, you cannot use the relic. But if you have the relic in your possession and you have that bloodline, then you are able to use whatever power that relic gives you. Each relic has its specific power. Her relic can raise the dead if her father uses it. If she has a child and her child uses it, it'll all give them the ability to raise the dead. And there's this one relic that doesn't have a bloodline. It's meant to specifically be for everyone to use. Well, for everyone with a relic to use. And she wants to get her hands on it. She wants that extra power, but she can't do it alone. She tries and she fails, and so when her rival pirate crew comes up to her with a proposition, she takes it. She has to help him get something in order for him to help her get her relic, which they are rivals, so he has constantly gone in her way and made sure she couldn't get that relic whenever she's gotten close. He's the main reason why she can't do it alone. It's adventure, it's rivals to lovers. It is adult fantasy. I've had the idea of a pirate necromancer for so long, but when I first came up with the idea, I didn't feel like my writing was good enough to really write the story, so I put it off. And then when I felt like my writing was good enough, I didn't feel like the story was. I felt like the story could be better. So then I spent months, like probably almost a year, trying to figure out a good enough plot line for this story idea. And I finally got it, so I'm finally writing it. It has taken forever, but I am going to put some of this stuff on the cue cards, stuff like each relic and its power and what sea it comes from. Each relic is connected to one of the 6 seas in this world, and if you go into the sea itself, you'll be able to tell what the relic's power gives you, but a lot of them aren't inhabitable. You can't live there. They live in the Eminence Sea, which is the one relic that everyone can use. It's the one sea everyone can live in. It's just, it makes sense, I promise you. I'm finally done. You can come look at this disaster. I will go over real quick what I wrote down, because there's a lot. I still have the notebook out. I was just referencing it every once in a while, but I did kind of forget about that. I have the title, the one that'll go in the center. I have the 6 seas. Her sea and her relic is highlighted here. Then I have general plot points in order. the triangle thing, because I never remember what it's called. Mine's not quite a triangle because it has 2 climax points in this novel. I guess the climax and the plot twist. And then I did a character card for everyone. I would go into Artbreeder and like actually make a picture of the character, but I'm horrible at using Artbreeder and I never feel like it comes out how I see it in my head. I write it down better. So I have Evelyn here, which is my main character. And then I have Thea. This is the navigator and second hand. We have William. He is the swordsman and the carpenter of the ship. I have Josiah. He is the oldest member of the crew and he is the sniper. I have Adam. He is our cinnamon roll character. He is the chef of the crew. And then I have Ivy. She is the doctor of the crew. I have, I believe, everyone written down here. I really don't think I'm missing anyone. But then I also have Jasper, which is the male main character. He is the rival of the crew, but he's such an important role that I do feel like I needed to have his own card. His color is green. I did highlight him with the green highlighter instead of the purple because that's just his color. He's got sea glass green eyes, so he needed that on here. Then the last one, I had this in something about, no, Project New World in Sidereal as well, but it's just a little reminder, like for the whole story in general. In Sidereal, the reminder was everything connects, because a lot of things happen in there and they all do tie together, and I need to remember to tie them together in those stories. This one, the reminder for this one is it's a fight for survival. I need to remember Evelyn's backstory is the whole reason that she is the way she is. But now we get to start pinning them up to the board. Okay, I still don't know where the middle is. You can see that the sun's woken up a little bit more. It's not centered at all. I'm gonna be specific about this. Yeah, it's not quite centered, but it works. I don't have a specific place to put all of these, but I'll probably put the plot points up here, characters on this side. I will put Mimikyu back up there and Brooke. And then I do want to try and draw out her relic, so I have a bit of an image. I'm not that good of a drawer. I can't draw that well. I had the guild mark up here before. You probably saw that one. I also have it tattooed to my arm for the Cozy Fantasy. So I like to have one image that I kind of, one image up there of what I'm seeing, even if I'm not the best artist, which is fine. I don't have enough to ever really fill this whole thing up, so I just kind of put them all willy-nilly and let it look a little bit messy because I kind of like that look. I try and keep them slightly organized, plot points together, characters would be together. This is world building, so it'll go with the plot points, just not directly near them. There's definitely more I'm gonna need to add to this later, and I might pop in later in the week if I remember anything specific. I'll add Evelyn up here first. I'm gonna actually add Jasper right next to her because these are the characters where we get into their personality the most. We see most of them. There's another character I've debated, like just in the last few seconds, adding them up here because we do see them and they do actually have a role to play in this. They're from Jasper's crew. They're actually Jasper's sibling and they are pretty important, but we don't see a lot of them. Like, I think I only wrote the first scene with them like a couple days ago. And then my little reminder, I'm just gonna put this off to the corner over here. The reminder was in this corner before, but I have stuff in that corner now. I have a few like quotes written down for certain chapters. I know the scenes that they're gonna appear in, but I have them quite literally written in the plot points because I'm like, remember to put that in there. That's an important quote. It needs to be said. So I might make a cue card with the important quotes. say it's it for now. I think I'll be back later this week, perhaps tomorrow, to do the skull relic and then the quotes, and then maybe Perry's card as well. Perry is his name, their name. I do often struggle with, like, not purposefully, obviously, I don't mean to struggle with non-binary pronouns. I have a friend that's non-binary and I keep messing it up, and it's been years, and it's very rude of me. Luckily they're friendly. They're okay. They've mentioned, they're like, yeah, I get it, it's hard. It's not that big of a deal. We do correct ourselves, both me and my other friend. We both mess it up. But even Perry in this story is non-binary, and I have no idea what they were technically born as, because it doesn't matter. You know, they're non-binary, it doesn't matter what they were born as. And I still somehow mess up the pronouns, because I called them a she a second ago, and then the moment later I called them a he. So it's not purposeful. I make sure to be better in my writing. I write the proper pronouns. So much nicer if I could do it this way, because the sun is out. You can also see the mess that my room is. You could probably, yeah, all my stuffies in the back, because I got tired of them being in my room. This is what it's looking like so far. Something about the sea, the characters and all that stuff, the plot stuff, the seas, and then the reminder. A lot of white space over here. I'll probably put Mimikyu up there, but then the skull will be there, and then quotes somewhere here or here. But for now, that's what we're doing for today. It's not the end of the video. Like I said, I will be back to finish this off, but for now, for today, I'm gonna go do other stuff and enjoy my day off. There's a hole in my wall. I did also just realize I put this on backwards. Like, I had Project New World on backwards, and I knew that only after, because this is where you're supposed to hang it up. I did it again. I forgot to flip it around, which is where you're supposed to be, but oh well, that's fine. It doesn't bother me anymore. I just realized I never finished this. I didn't obviously come back and do more on this. I will in my free time, but I won't make a whole video out of it. For now, this is what it looks like. Mimikyu's still up there. Not pinned, so he might fall down, but I am quite happy with how it is looking right now. I got the important stuff, the plots, the characters, so I don't really need much more. I actually don't reference it when I'm writing. I just like having it to look at. So yeah, but either way, this is the end of the video. I hope you stars enjoyed, and I will see you all next week. Bye bye.